Reed and I just arrived at the Cardone headquarters here.
I told you I was going to watch it.
You ready to go on the podcast, dude?
I'm ready to go on the podcast. Never been more ready.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
The energy is real in here. Got people working, hustling, closing deals.
10X all over the place.
People are just 10Xing all over the place, so we're ready to 10X and get on this podcast. And take Grant Cardone wakesurfing.
So as the man, we're talking to him.
Hey guys, I got Austin Keene here today. This guy is a world champion skimboarder.
That's right. Yeah.
And a skimboard is what, Austin?
So what
He's going to show me later today. He's going to actually do some stuff.
So what we're going to do later is going to be wake surfing.
Okay,
And wake surfing is basically a sport I got into about 4 years ago. My skills in surfing and skimboarding translated right over, and I kind of took a new creative approach to wake surfing. That's what we're going to teach you today, and anybody can learn it. It's super, and people get a little afraid when they hear wake surfing. They think wakeboarding or like, you know, really high impact, fast sport. But the reason wake surfing is doing so well.
High impact, man.
Well, I think this will be just enough for you.
He told me he's on our Power Players show today because this guy's in power. He just said something to me. I dropped into this episode because when he said to me, hey, I wanted to reach the top of my field. I always knew I wanted to do this, but I wanted to reach the top of my field and dominate all the guys at the top. That's when I said, oh my God, this guy's perfect for Power Players. So great to have you here.
Appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
And what did you say about, you wanted to introduce me to this sport, but you were concerned?
To wake surfing?
Yeah. You said at the door when we were coming in today, you said, I'm a little worried about getting you into it because you might.
Oh yeah, you might fall in love with it, man.
Yeah,
you might be showing up to the office a little bit less. We'll see. I think honestly, when you get out on the wave and you start surfing and you get that sensation, I think you're gonna absolutely love it. Yeah.
So you're a world champion, okay? Like how many hours did you have to put into your sport to reach the top of the food chain?
You know, I think when you're doing something you love, you don't even quantify the hours that you're putting into it. But, you know, what they say, 10,000 hours or something like that makes a professional.
Were you good at it from the beginning or you just liked it at the beginning?
Well, you know, I grew up surfing in Tybee Island, Georgia. And I was born and raised in Savannah on the East Coast. And growing up there was like, number one, very niche community of surfers. You're in the South, right? So, also, you know, I grew up where the waves were not the best. So skimboarding.
I mean.
Yeah. So we would get hurricane.
You're going out if it's that big, right?
Oh yeah, we're just like hoping for it to be like a half a foot bigger, you know, a little set to come in.
Yeah.
So, you know, I grew up, my mom would take me to contests up and down the East Coast. And then I kind of got into skimboarding as something to do at the beach. I just loved being at the beach when I was a kid. I'd be out there for 6, 7, 8 hours. I'd be out there all day. So when there were no waves, I would get a skimboard. And it was something for me to take advantage of like the smaller waves that were breaking closer to the shore. And then I saw like videos of guys in Laguna Beach doing it and like shore break, waves that are breaking on the beach that are like 6 to 10 foot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to do that. And I want to go there.
Yeah. So,
once I got really into skimboarding, I, you know, started doing little contests locally, took it to California, and I don't know, I wasn't really, at first when I started skimboarding, it was like my just for fun thing because I was competing surfing. And I was like, had no plans to take it competitively, but I think I'm just naturally a competitive guy. And so when I get like good at something, I want to be like as good as I can be.
So where do you think that comes from, the naturally competitive? Because I
don't know, somewhere in the caveman DNA somewhere or something.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, look, I mean, and then we all got that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, it was something that was.
You got brothers and sisters?
I got 2 older brothers.
Are they competitive like you?
You know, my oldest brother, I think he was probably the more, because he was the football player in high school and stuff like that. So he definitely has that competitiveness, I think. And my middle brother, he's just super smart dude. So he's, you know, he's more like the outdoors athletic guy, you know. So I think I kind of got like the mix of the two. You know, I got the.
Oh, you're smart and competitive.
Well, I was thinking the outdoors. I was thinking the outdoors,
right? You got the whole combo.
Right here, baby. No, I was gonna say the outdoors, kind of like, you know, the outdoor sports, and then you had like my oldest brother, who was like killing it, like football and stuff like that. And I kind of took, I guess, you know, I'm like the mix of the two, you know. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I just surfing spoke
Because
to
I
me.
mean, I've had a lot of people in here. Some people are like, "Oh, it's just I have the gift," and then other guys are like, "No, dude, I had to develop this." And so I'm always curious about.
I think I've found, like, so it's fun. I'm glad you're asking me this because I've been thinking about this a lot. It's like, why skimboarding? You know, like I always ask myself, why did I have to choose this sport? Because I could have been good at tennis and I could have been making millions right off the bat. Like when I turned pro, I could have been like a golfer. I could have been, I could have been like maybe a NFL running back or something. Why did I choose skimboarding that like nobody knows about it?
Right.
It's not even on the X Games. It's not in the Olympics. Right. Doesn't have TV exposure. So why did I choose this sport? And then sometimes I think the universe just kind of like, you're the guy to take this industry or this sport to the next level. And I think, honestly, with how
look, when you spend enough time in the ocean, you do connect with the universe. I mean, That's not spent enough time in salt water, when you spend enough time in salt water, you're right?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
I'm telling you, you will meet God.
Definitely.
Like,
oh, you're full on
yeah.
when you're in nature. But I mean, it goes for anything like rock climbing, snowboarding,
nature,
doing what you do. I personally think that you're going to connect with that higher power, just being focused on what turns you on in life and like what you have the gift for. So, and I think you're inspiring a lot of people. You're doing what you are good at.
Yeah.
And I think that's powerful. So,
thanks. So
power players,
but like
right?
here, exactly, right. so people that play with power, and I think a lot of people. I think everybody has the ability to tap into that.
Definitely.
And you're 28. Like, I don't know how long a guy gets to skimboard, before you're like, hey, I got to make money too. Like, how do you figure that combination out?
It's been so weird. I mean, I've put so many years into like, while not making money, and I did so many crappy jobs, just to even live where I live, just to kind of like do what I do for fun. And I did those crappy jobs because I knew they were stepping stones to get where I want to get. And it wasn't like the end all be all. I didn't want to spend my time, like both my brothers went to college, right? Grew up in the South, you go to college, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, you teach them to do the same thing. And like when I was like 15, I was like, that's not what I want to do. I want to go like focus on what I love to do. I knew I had talent. I didn't know where, and I knew I had like creativity, and I knew I had an entrepreneur mindset, and I knew I was gonna like go big with whatever I did. I just didn't know where I was gonna go. And this whole time, like, I was trying to think, maybe I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'm gonna be a landscape designer. Maybe I'm gonna be an artist. Maybe I'm gonna come up with this little business.
When is this? When are you going?
I'm kind of like like just from basically like
before 20.
I would say 17 years old. Going on, that's when I was like trying to, really that entrepreneur mindset came together, because that's when I was on my own. I wasn't.
Like, I got.
I wasn't getting income from parents or anything like that. I was like on my own, I was doing dock construction in Savannah, Georgia, working my ass off, and I knew I didn't want to do that my whole life, and I didn't want to like just go work an office job 9 to 5 and then wait to retire when I was 60
So you're
years
working
old.
at the docks. Are you doing the dreads when you're into docks?
Oh yeah.
How long you been doing the dreads?
Oh, it's been 12 years, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, you can imagine.
16.
Huh?
So
I got 16 years old. Yeah, so you can imagine growing up in the South with long hair wasn't exactly an easy road in the South, and then to have dreads, like that just kind of happened, And I think that's just being open to who you are. I think that's the biggest thing, is like people aren't afraid to just be themselves 100%.
But what if being yourself doesn't work?
It does.
You think it always does?
100%. I don't think it works right.
Interesting, man.
I don't think it's going to be an easy path necessarily.
Right. Okay.
So maybe people see that this is a difficult path, and it's not working now. So I'm going to just conform and do it like these guys are doing. Well, if you're going through somebody else's path, not living your own, you can always take little bits and pieces of what other people do and be inspired. But you got to kind of, for me at least, I had to blaze my own path, and I'm still doing that. So, yeah.
What would you do different looking back?
Like,
is there anything you're like, because I look back over my life and I'm like, God, I made so many mistakes, man.
Yeah.
Like so many things that I was like, oh, I'm so right about this. I know for sure I was cocky and a punk. I was like, but I was so certain I knew everything at that moment. And now I look back 10 years later and say, dude, you were so stupid.
Oh, I feel the same way too, looking back. I'm like, there's these moments where I thought like, this was the idea, this was going to be my huge $1 million idea. But then I'm like, I look back on that, I'm like, I didn't even have an ounce of business knowledge back then to even put that to use. And I think I'm still on the same page. I think in 5 years from now, even, I'm going to look back at me in this chair and I'll be like, oh, what was I saying? Or I didn't know what to do. And like, I'll be 5 years from now, I'm confident I'll be, doing $100 million real estate deals like you,
Yeah.
So whether it's real
Maybe
estate
we're doing
deal,
them together.
I hope so, man. That'd be amazing. Yeah.
So how does a guy, like in your space, it's very similar to skateboarding or surfing, like it's heavy endorsement. I mean, if anybody's going to make money in the space, it's going to be because they got an endorsement.
Definitely.
Or
yeah.
commercial.
Well, I mean, and that's where things changed for me, is when like Instagram came along, like in Facebook, and like I felt like I was in the forefront as far as athletes and what you would call influencers now, like knew that audience was going to be valuable. Like nobody was doing it. Businesses were afraid to get on Facebook.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's for kids.
They
That's
still are,
childish.
They still are, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, Instagram. And then when Instagram came along, they thought that was even more like cartoony and childish for business to be a business on Instagram. That's silly, And now everybody's like, they're just like crawling to find like ambassadors of people to promote their products organically and also create content. So a lot of these companies don't know the first thing about making cool content because they're building a company, right? So they're busy building a company. They're not on the, field, like hanging out with cool people or making cool things happen with their product. Some of them are, some of the small businesses are, but for the most part, a lot of these bigger companies need people to create content. They need people like me.
Yeah, so what's the thing you did with Facebook that was like your aha?
So I just saw, like, I think I was in the Philippines when I was like, this is when I was 19 years old, and it was the first time I went to somewhere and like I hung out with a lot, and this is at the
Early social media.
Yeah, first year of my pro career, so nobody knew who I was. Like I had won a few pro contests, but that's it. And my sport's small, so like at the time, social media wasn't even, Instagram didn't exist. Facebook, I just had a personal, and so I went to like this, contest in the Philippines. I was just cruising around for like 4 months out there, and
life, man.
it was crazy. And
What was crazy about that 4 months?
I just went out there and went for it.
What does that mean?
I met my dad out there, and because he was working in Afghanistan, he had a little house out there, and after about 10 days, like, well, you can stay here or go, like whatever. So like I extended my ticket because I was going to go out there for 2 weeks. I extended my visa, and just stayed out there for about 4 months.
And what was your dad doing in Afghanistan? Is he a contractor?
Yeah, he was like contracting work, and that was back in 2009, 2000.
Does he make good money doing that?
He's not doing it anymore. Now he's out in Southeast Asia just teaching English, living the culture. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Sidetracked.
So anyways, I went back to internet shop because I didn't have like, internet on my phone out there. And I had like 100 friend requests, like over 100. It was like the first time I went to my Facebook and I saw like 99 plus friend requests. And I was like, what? And I was like, how am I going to go through all these people and see if I should like confirm? And I was like, and that's kind of when it clicked, and I was just like, confirm. And I was like, that was like the first time I started building my audience, was when I got all those friend requests. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen?
What did you post that got the big response?
It was just being out there with the people, and I guess, they say Philippines is the social media capital of the world.
Oh,
right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're just like on it, that's what they do. And I just guess people found me on Facebook. It wasn't even something I posted. So it was just like being at this little grassroots event, and everybody went to go add me on Facebook because they probably had the SIM card, so they had internet.
Was it
on their
locals?
phone.
Was it the Philippines that were
adding
you?
Yeah, it was just local people I saw there, and I don't know, like I just saw 99 plus. So I was like,
but I'm looking for the trick, dude. What'd you do? Like, did you cut your hair? Were you surfing?
Oh no, to be a professional skimboarder in America and to have even just this carbon skimboard and bring that to the Philippines was like driving a Lambo through like,
oh wow,
the ghetto or something.
Yeah, got it.
What?
What is that? Yeah.
What's that? Like it's yeah.
Yeah.
So like I was over there as a pro skimboarder. Nobody visits the Philippines as a pro skimboarder or a pro athlete. So there's a skimboarding community I didn't even know about. That was another crazy thing. I just brought my skimboard because I could, and I didn't even know it existed out there, and it ended up being like this huge community out there of people who skimboard. They love doing it. So just being out there, they were just like, it was like my first feeling of being like this, star or something. They were just like, oh my God, pro skimboarder. And then oh, they were like looking at my board, just like they never got the opportunity to
Like
see
you're on
a
another planet.
$400 skimboard. They're making all their skimboards themselves for the most part, or it's like a 15-year-old, you know, fiberglass skimboard at best, you know.
So you had a personal Facebook page at the time. You're like, I
Yes.
got to change that.
And this is so I'm giving you like the from point A to point Z story here. So like then what happened is after, you know, maybe about a year of doing that, just confirming everybody who I met on the road, because I went from Philippines and I was traveling for this contest tour when I came back, going to Delaware and East Coast, Florida. Then I went to Australia. So I started meeting all these people, and like I just confirming everybody. I'm like, hey, worst case, I'm going to build an audience, and I'm going to be able to sell one of my product ideas that I come up with, because I'm always coming up with these ideas. Worst case, I'll just sell, you know. So little I know, here I am, like, this is another thing, is like, here I am trying to come up with ideas all the time, like, what's my next idea? And I'm literally doing what my idea is without even realizing. This is going to be the thing that, like, you know, is my thing, and it's going to create my audience. So what happened was a personal Facebook page maxes you out at 5,000. So after I did all this work and getting my page at 5,000, said you can't accept any more people. It's like you have a 5,000 friend max. And I was like, I kind of went white a little bit, like, are you kidding me? What do I got to do now? So I started a Facebook page. Right. And I started inviting everybody over to the page. And so, to get people over there is going to be like a, you know, maybe 10% at best, like follow through rate. So I got like good little, like, first couple weeks, I got like 1,500 people on there, started growing that, and then started focusing on my Facebook page. And then my friend, probably a year later, he's like, hey man, check out this Instagram thing. And I'm like, dude.
Instagram, dude.
I'm like, I got Facebook. I was like, that's cool. I like it. You can filter your photo and stuff.
Yeah.
I got Facebook. I'm not getting an Instagram. I can tell you right now, I will never get an Instagram. About a week or two later, I get
Listen to that. Same thing I did. I walked away. Did you walk away from that conversation and say, why am I being so hard-headed here?
I was just like, I don't know, like, you know, like people always, you know, people see me as a social media guy now, but like I was the guy just like everybody else who's like, I don't have time to sit here and focus on I don't want to focus on my phone all the time and do social media. You know, I was that guy. And I told him, I was like, I'm not going to get an Instagram. I already got a Facebook. I'm managing that. That's enough for me. And then, you know, 2 weeks later, I was like, filtering my photos, like, oh, this is cool. I think my first post ever was a picture of my ukulele, you know, with a filter on it.
We should try to find that, Johnny. His first post on Instagram.
But I should have brought my uke. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I posted my first skim photo, and my skim photo got like 5 times the likes of anything else I posted, you know, in the 2 weeks that I had it. And then I just started posting another skim photo, and then I posted another one, and another one. And then you start seeing changes with algorithms with Instagram, like, okay, now all of a sudden Instagram's allowing videos, or Facebook started allowing videos first. So when Facebook started
This is when Facebook was still a nice place you could do business. You could.
Oh, this is probably 8 years ago.
They weren't throttling.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Like,
I'll get on that in a minute.
Please, man.
Yeah,
because I mean,
I'm so glad you feel the same way about that.
Dude, they're killing themselves right now. Like,
it's insane.
The forced advertising. Don't force me, man. Reward me.
So I would post my videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because Instagram allowed videos before Facebook, and then as soon as I heard that Facebook was going to allow videos, I'm like, because they always prioritize their new features.
Right.
If Instagram comes out with live video and you do live video right when they come out with it, they're going to like tell all your friends about it, you know, because they want to like promote their new features. So like I saw Facebook was going to do that, so I put up like this one video that I thought did well on my Instagram. I was like, okay, this video I'm going to particularly put up, and I think it's going to do well. My plan is that it's going to like spread out. People are going to tag my page. I'm going to get a bunch of followers on my Facebook, and it worked. And that's when I used to get like millions of views on my videos organically on Facebook. And
same video today, just so the audience understands what we just kind of sidetracked on the throttling. The same video today, if you put it up on Facebook, how many people would see it? Would it be significantly less?
I would say if I put that video on Facebook right now, I would get probably, it depends. It depends if like another platform shared it. But even now, platforms want to pull your video and upload it on their platform now. They don't share it like they used to, you know. So everybody wants their content on their platform. But just to answer your question, I would say, let's say maybe like between 10 and 50,000 views.
Yeah. So
And
he had a video that was doing millions.
Millions. Like,
when
I
he
mean, this was
posted
in
it.
like, I think probably got like 10 million, not including the other platforms that uploaded on their page
Yeah.
and shared it. you
His
know?
audience is significantly bigger than it was the first time.
Oh yeah, that was back. I mean, I probably had 10,000 followers
Now
on
you
Facebook.
have how many?
And now my Facebook doesn't grow as fast as my Instagram because I don't.
With the two together, how many do you have now?
I have probably close to 600 and
Yeah. So,
over 600,000.
Yeah. And he's getting maybe a tenth of the viewership. So
On my I hate to
That's 'cause
throw
they're
I hate to throw
choking him out.
Facebook under the.
you Facebook. You guys. You guys. And you guys. I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna yourselves too.
Yeah. So I don't.
Okay?
That's
because,
where.
'cause I need to say this because I spend $1 million a month in social. Okay. So we spend $1 million a month. I would spend $5 million if they wouldn't throttle me. I would spend more money.
Yeah.
But when I do something organic and the audience that I built, okay, like doing crazy shit, and spending the time and energy and going around and doing shit and posting shit, it's work, man.
Big time.
And then Robert can't see my video. He literally doesn't get delivered that video because I didn't pay to promote it. It
It's
makes
so
me, when I don't
irritating.
get the viewership, dude, I don't want to play the game anymore.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's almost like what I did is I almost like kind of like, and this is fast forwarding like now where we're at now with Facebook, because Facebook was awesome before. Like you put a video up, you get a ton of engagement.
Yeah.
You get people sharing it.
Yeah.
I'd get like 6,000 shares, 10 million views.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You know, I was like, because I was putting up
Dude,
creative
did you want
content.
to spend money when you see that? When you see those kind of numbers, don't you want to
Oh
spend
yeah,
money?
if you're getting, I could totally see that would encourage you to spend money.
Totally,
right?
man.
Because
I'm
you're
like,
getting
shit.
cool results. But now they're like, if you want any results, you got to pay. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not paying. Like I'm an athlete. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like pay for my audience. I want real followers. I don't want people that.
Well, don't be stupid now.
What?
No, don't. I mean, don't. You know,
What do you what?
dude. I mean, you know, if it's for the good of
Well,
the
if I
brand,
have a product,
you know,
yeah,
you'll
for sure.
sleep with the devil
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
have to.
I feel ya.
You'll let him have the wave. Say, okay, you can have this one. Sometimes
well, I
you
mean,
gotta pay.
I think I wanted to grow my audience organically at first.
Yeah.
Before I started promoting posts.
Yeah.
And I did promote one post just to try it out when Facebook first came out with it, probably like 6 months after it came out with it. But other than that, I've actually grown my audience 100% organically. And I kind of pride myself in that because I know that everybody who's looking at my stuff, they sought out my profile and they pushed follow.
Yeah,
It wasn't thrown
Yeah.
in their face unless
Yeah.
it just popped up on somebody they follow's feed,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, if I had a product and I had a brand
No,
or,
we need a product, dude. We need some products for you, bro.
Well,
we
Reed,
need
you
a
got
10x. We need a 10x skimboard.
can you get those, this is just
Yeah. What you
very,
got, man?
very minor, but yeah, so this is the AK
Oh,
hat
beautiful,
right here.
man.
That's for Elena.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
it's for
Beautiful,
Elena. I
man.
brought this
Beautiful,
one for
beautiful.
Elena. It's got, so what we got here, I'll show you. So we got this is my logo, and this
Yeah.
is a logo I developed a few years ago based off a photo that was taken. And here, I'll put that over there. This is like me doing a backside air, inverted backside
awesome,
air
man.
on a skimboard.
Awesome.
So I basically silhouetted out that photo and created a logo out of it. Yeah. Let me get that 10X hat. Where's that 10X hat? So it's got like a little card on the back that just in a nutshell tells my story, you know?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so we just made some merchandise more for people to like have something that they can rep that are following me and kind of know the story and stuff like that. And then we got like, you know, this is like a little pocket tee for Elena.
Yeah, but
women's
you see,
pocket
for
tee.
Facebook, for you to show any of that, dude, you think they're squeezing you now?
Oh man.
Wait till you show a product with a link. Then they're gonna be like,
It's already happened.
Nobody's gonna.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I put my store up on my Facebook. Now it's just like, it's just.
And that's why things like what we're doing right here. I
And
mean,
it's
they
scary,
can't
too.
stop it.
Yeah. Well,
it is scary. That's the other thing.
That's why I get a little bit worried, and I started trying to build an email list on my website. And my girlfriend Carissa, thank you very much, was one that kind of pushed me towards that because she's more SEO, you know, online marketing on that, and I'm more like creative social media guy. So she was like, "You need to build your email list," and I started kind of doing that, you know, slowly and surely, just because I want my audience. I want to own my audience. I don't want Instagram to own.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
not own my audience, but I want to.
But you want to be able to engage with it freely.
Because Instagram, you put up like a copyrighted song or something on a video, all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, you were posting copyrighted material. We're gonna lock you out for 10 days."
Yeah.
I'm like, no
I didn't
warning,
know I
no
did
what?
that.
Like, you know, I
Yeah.
wasn't, you know, it's like, so it's kind of scary. Like, and
Do you
then
use the other platforms? You use YouTube much?
So I'm really focusing on my YouTube channel right now. I'm putting more like, I really love YouTube because the audience there has a longer attention span. Like people who are there on your channel are there to watch and be entertained for like 8 minutes straight.
Yeah.
You know, like Instagram, it's like if you don't catch their attention in like that first little half a second, they're on to the next, they're just swiping up through the next one. But like people will push play on a video and then just sit back and watch you for 8 minutes. That's just like raw clips.
You have a huge advantage though, dude. You get to be, you know, you don't have any clothes on. You're out there in the surf. I mean, you're doing what everybody wants to do, right?
Well, and that's,
You're out there, you're like, you know.
and honestly, I've, you know, I mean, that's
I love the one, I'm sorry, but I love the one where you turn away on the beach and you turn around, the drone's coming over you and you fall down.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I thought that was so freaking awesome.
Nice. That was in France actually recently. We were out there for Malibu boats doing a wake surfing trip. So, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. You want me to keep going on the social media
what I want to
road?
know is what I
'Cause
want to
can
know
keep-
is like, because you were surfing. This guy's been surfing the ocean, and he turned that into surfing the net. So the reason he's here today is because he's in power using social media.
Yeah.
So he's figured out how to play this game. Now the question the audience has for you right now is, hey, I'm a plumber, man. I'm a masseuse. I got a boring job. How do I do what you're doing? And I don't have the skimboard. I'm not in the Philippines. I'm not half naked jungle dude running around the world, right? Like you have some advantages that I don't
Maybe
have.
that's my tagline. I was saying I needed a tagline like 10X. Maybe
Jungle
it's
man.
half naked jungle dude.
I think so, dude. Like, see, people are more likely to wear the half jungle.
No, I love the 10X, man. That's awesome.
It's a brand, man.
It's incredible.
But you see, that comes from, and the other thing that you did that I'm learning from is like you were surfing in Savannah where you have to wait for a wave.
Oh, it was, yeah, I mean.
And he was committed to learning his trade, so he found a wave.
I
And that
love
wave's
what I
at
did,
shore,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a big frequency, so he could go play in the frequency where he actually discovered his real craft.
Yeah, I mean, and I think skimboarding was a branch of surfing that just, with my skill set, like there was something about skimboarding that I felt like I could control that board unlike anybody else. Like I just felt like there was a way, like skimboards don't have fins. So like surfboards have fins, and that's the first main means of control. Those are like your rudders. But if you don't have fins, it's gonna be like basically like surfing a bar of soap. And you're digging that rail in to kind of use your control. And like when I got on a skimboard, I just felt like I had full control.
Yeah.
You know, I just felt like I was like in control of this board, and it just got like better and better. And I saw what other like the top guys in the sport were doing. I was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take me some time,
Right,
and I got a lot
right,
of learning to do because like when I went to California, it was a whole different ball game. I mean, there's so much water moving around compared to the East Coast. It was just like, whoa. And then like there was just watching other people and people who grew up there and just. But there wasn't an ounce of me that just like was even looking backwards. I was just like forward. Look.
So, and it seems to me like the social media thing and the internet thing, you're looking into the thing the same way. It's almost like you submerge yourself into this big ocean.
Yeah.
Called
Definitely.
the internet.
Yeah, and I think like people always say like, when was that one time that like just blew up for you? And like I tell everybody the same thing is like, there was no like.
There's a million one times, not one.
Yeah, it's just like there's been so many times where I've had like I think I could confidently say I've had more videos go viral on the internet than probably any other athlete or any person on the web, because like I've had stuff shared, no credit. I've had people upload my stuff, no, like not credit. Some people do give you credit, and the people who do give you credit, that's when you feel the flow come to your platform, and people say, oh, that's the guy that's doing that, so I'm gonna follow him. So like, that's.
So is there a science to that? Is there? Think about a guy like me. I'm doing something pretty boring every day, talking to people about how
Definitely
to make money.
not.
Huh?
Dude, it's exciting. I mean,
To you it is.
Yeah, to people who want to like,
But to people that have given up on it, dude.
maximize. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like persistence. I would say that's like almost the main thing is like, and even today I'm still being persistent. I'm not where I want to be. I got to get there. I want to like, I'm still not like I get, thankfully I get like little landmarks, little achievements, and like thankfully now, like as of like a couple of years ago, I'm like making a nice, comfortable living, which I couldn't say 2 years ago from ever. Up until 2 years ago, I like was broke my whole life. You know, working crappy jobs. My parents were great parents, but I never, we didn't grow up with money. We couldn't have all the best nice things, So like that's one of my goals now is I want to have a shit ton of money, And I think I'm not going to really necessarily, and I don't want to take it.
What's that mean, a shitload of money? How much money is that money?
Just to where I can basically freely do whatever I want, invest it however I want, help other people however I want without even blinking an eye.
Yeah, because in your space, in the culture of surfers, okay, money is a little frowned on.
I mean,
is that a fair
maybe,
generalization?
but I don't know, man. I think things are changing, but like I think,
dude, I think
the people, like you said, we were talking in your meeting today, man. It's like they just flipped in your book. They found a piece of gold, and it was talking about the haters. I think you even had a post today that was kind of hitting at the haters too. But like, people are gonna hate on what they want and they don't have, and they see somebody else have, right?
Yeah, say that again.
So people are gonna hate on what they want and they don't have, but they see somebody else have. So I think like, and I see that like, I mean, I've gotten it full on, throughout my whole life, really, because it doesn't even have to mean money. It can mean just basically self-confidence, doing something like being yourself in like a world that everybody else is doing the same thing. I mean, growing up in Georgia, having long hair, like I didn't really get respect from any community, like, because it was,
you couldn't be, you weren't welcomed by the rednecks.
No, the rednecks, and then
anybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
totally,
like,
dude.
and even the skateboarders, like they were even on their own little, like there's like this crew of skateboarders that they were all just kind of following each other in their own thing, but like it was hard to find like the people who were living their individuality out, and like those are the people that I kind of stuck with, and that's who I stick with today too, is like people who are individuals doing their thing. That's what I like. I don't need to like follow a pack of people doing the same thing to keep me motivated.
So how hard is it to maintain your individuality without being a dumbass about it? Like because I know there was a time in my life where my individuation was so important that I just became a rebel and like pulled away from everybody that could actually.
It was
help
almost
me.
counterproductive.
It was totally counterproductive.
Because it's like it can be kind of like feel insecure to like try to own it. It can be a little scary or a little uncomfortable. But I think you just like I said, just with the entrepreneur route, it's never going to be a comfortable, easy route. And I think Reed was telling me this last night. I think his wife told him, you have like the pie chart that's like here, all the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. So, Melissa, thank you. Yeah, and I think that's true for that's super true for what we're talking about right now. Is like nothing exciting happens inside your comfort zone.
And you're doing this with celebrities. You're asking celebrities to go outside their comfort zone and say, hey, come with me, get in the water. I'm going to teach you how to wakeboard. And you're going to do that with me later today.
I'm going to do that with you today. Like wake surfing. So this is another weird thing. We're trying to get celebrities out there because wake surfing is probably the most low impact, easy to learn action sport out there. And it's this kind of new
form of skiing.
It's basically in the wake world, the ski wake world, but like it's so easy that even skiers and wakeboarders like look down on it in a way as like an action sport because it's like anybody can learn it so easily, and that's why the boat industry is.
Dude, you need to hype this thing up.
But
not. I'm getting ready to go do this.
I know, but I'm trying to.
You need to be like Grant, man. This is a hard thing to do. This is dangerous.
Oh, I'm trying to encourage you, not discourage you.
Huh?
I didn't know that would encourage you.
No, dude. There's gonna be like.
Well, we're gonna have.
What do they call? What's the big animal out in the water? The manatees. There's gonna be manatees. They're ferocious manatees here.
Manatees? That's what you're worried about? Because we're in the ocean. There's gonna be bull sharks out there. You might even have to. You might even have to wrestle.
This is Shark Week.
You might have to wrestle a bull shark.
I'd take him on, man.
And you're gonna be right in front
of.
Don't
help me either.
I don't need a
tag on it.
You're gonna have a propeller spin at 4,500 RPMs with 300 horsepower in front of you,
making
the biggest wave you've ever seen come.
So look, I grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Yeah. I'm in the South, right? So Lake Charles has got this little lake. It's basically a lake with a bunch of refinery leftovers in it, and we didn't have skis.
So you grew up in South Carolina?
No, Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana.
Yeah,
I thought you just
similar.
I thought you just said South Carolina for some reason. I was like, I thought it was Louisiana.
That's all right. So we would tow in the wake, we'd shorten the rope.
Yeah.
And what was that? Body surf.
Was it? It was an inboard motor though, right?
It was an outboard motor.
Sketchy, man.
Why?
You hit that prop.
Outboard motor, huh?
Yeah, the outboard motor. You got to be
Dude,
careful
this
with
is
that.
30, 40 years ago. No, this is 50 years ago. 50 years ago, and
Yeah.
we probably had guns with us while we were doing it. We were probably doing
Probably.
it, holding on one hand, shooting with the other hand.
That's hilarious.
It's Lake
man.
Charles, Louisiana, dude. Like
Wow.
outboard motor, true story.
Yeah, yeah.
Two
I
of
don't
us,
doubt it.
two of us, me and my brother, both on one side of the boat.
That sounds, yeah, man,
Rampant.
it sounds
So
like
am I
some
gonna
southern,
do something like
sounds
that
like
today?
some southern shit
Am
right
I going to
there.
do something like that today?
You're going to do something that's going to be more gratifying than that because
Okay.
you're going to let go of the rope and you're going to feel that wave basically take you and you're going to be
Oh,
surfing.
cool, dude.
You're going to get a longer ride surfing
Oh,
today.
cool. So I'm not
your
gonna have
first
to hold
time.
on the whole time.
You're going to hold the rope to get up. You're going to
Yeah.
drop the rope
Yeah.
and you're basically going to get a never-ending wave.
Wow.
And you're going to be surfing that.
Wow.
And that's the sensation that basically I want to get a lot of people who may not have as much confidence in their abilities as you do.
Uh-huh.
Like that. That's why I was saying like it's really easy to learn,
I got a lot of confidence.
but it's easy. It's also easy to take this thing to the next level too, and
Yeah.
like have a lot of fun with it. And that's how I.
What's the next level?
So the next level is I just got into wake
Can
surfing.
I do this in the air?
You can at one point. It takes. That's the thing is like you know having some previous board knowledge will help
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get into the
yeah.
tricks,
Uh-huh.
but you can learn like tricks super easy. But like I got into wake surfing from skim. Like I'm an ocean guy.
Uh-huh.
I've never been on a wakeboard boat in my life until like 4 or 5 years ago. And then when I've always wanted to try it because I'm like that's like a never-ending wave, right? Like a 2-foot never-ending wave. So when I got into wake surfing, I kind of took a creative approach instead of just trying to be the guy that's going to come in and like try to beat all the other guys. I didn't want to do that because I'm already competitive in my sport of skimboarding. I wanted to come have fun, come
Yeah.
into this industry. It's a new industry for me. I didn't want to like feel like I was taking anything. I just wanted to like come in and like in a more creative approach to it and just be the guy that's just having fun. So like I started some of the videos that went viral for me, and one of the most viral videos that like has gone viral for time after time. I probably could post it on my social media tomorrow,
And it would
probably go viral again. But it was basically the hijacking a wake concept, and I was like the first guy. Let's argue about it. I was the first guy to basically skim out to a boat wake and catch a boat wake and keep on going.
Oh, wow.
And so and it's basically me running off the shore. So I'm basically combining skimboarding, what I do in the ocean, running, sliding out while the boat's coming by, getting onto the boat wake, and then
Wow.
surfing that wave.
We should post a piece of that video,
And-
if he can find it.
So
the
it was
one
on
he's
the-
referring to, okay?
So it was actually the Ellen show. She played it on her show. They broke it down.
Oh, my
Didn't
God.
say my name or credit. Where's the
What
credit,
the hell's
Ellen?
wrong with you, Ellen?
I'll make it up to you if you come wake surfing with me, Ellen.
Ellen never had me on her show. She'd probably do that, by the way.
I think she would. And honestly, I want to teach
I'll get
people-
Lewis House. Lewis House will agree. He'll agree to do
Let's
this
do
with
it.
you.
Yeah.
I'll get Ed Milet. He'll do
All
the
right.
deal with you. Who else can I get? I wonder if I could get Steve to do it with him. I bet you I can get Damon John to do it.
Any of them. Bring them
Can
on.
Damon
man.
swim?
You got life jackets, so it's actually
Yeah.
required to wear a life jacket through the
Okay.
through the Coast Guard and stuff like that. But
So, dude, what's the plan for you? 28 years old, good-looking dude, a lot of energy.
Thank you.
You got winning. You got winning in your bloodstream. I was telling my trainer this morning. I said, dude, I'd rather. He's like, would you rather one big hit, dude, or 10? I said, dude, I'd rather 10 hits.
for sure,
I'd
yeah,
rather 10 hits than one big home run.
definitely.
And you're getting those wins because those wins create confidence, right?
Yeah, but it's persistence. Like I said, it's just like people like ask me who want to start like, hey, I want to start getting my social media going. It's like,
So why
of
aren't
course you do. Everybody
why,
wants to.
Why,
Right
why
now.
isn't that your business?
What, social media?
Yeah. Why aren't you consulting businesses about how to use social media?
I could, but that's
No,
not
I
what
know
I'm
you-
passionate about.
Yeah.
I could do a lot of things that make me a ton of money, and I'd kill it at it. But I'm not passionate about those things, so I'm going to be
So
miserable.
where's that grind at? Like,
So I think I think one thing that I am fired up on is making money. Like making money and not having to like learn a whole new craft of 10 years to do it. Like I want to make money, but I want to do it doing what I love, and I want to like prioritize free time too. That's a big thing to me. Is like I know you're grinding. That's how you do what you do. That's why you're so good at it. You're obsessed, right?
Yeah.
You're not average. You're like obsessed with what you do. You make a ton of money doing what you love to do because you're so good at it, and you don't stop. You don't go stop and take a fishing break. And that's kind of what I did with skimboarding, and I just kind of just full on went for it. Every little moment I had, I would go skimboard, I'd go do that. But then like now I'm like trying to transition that into like something bigger because I always had big aspirations growing up. Like I want to I want to do something big.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I never know really what it is, but like, and I never knew from the beginning I was gonna, have 500,000 people following me on a platform that didn't exist when I was 17.
Well, yeah, how could you?
Yeah. So like, I don't know what that thing may be. It may be investing in real estate, maybe creating a brand, might be creating a product, and here I am still coming up with these little ideas.
Yeah, yeah.
And it might just
does
be.
he have a lot of ideas? I bet he has.
Definitely.
I'm an idea guy for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's full.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's always overflowing, as Reed would say. And Reed's helped me basically take my program up to the next level. Like, as of we've been working together for like probably 5 years now. I guess 2013. So as of a couple of years ago, like just having somebody a team of people. Like you said, you don't get there on your own. You have people helping you out. And, working with Reed, we've been like a phenomenal team because he brings his years of experience in like developing relationships, cultivating relationships. I've learned a ton from him, and like pushing people and like in the right direction and your goals and stuff like that. So we've been killing it, and people are coming to us like, dude, what are you guys doing? Like you're just like spinning this web, and like people are, if you don't see us on social media, people are talking about like things that we're doing because we're making organic relationships with people. We're not just.
And that's what he did here. He collaborated with me. He said, "Hey, let's do a thing."
We wanted to be mutually beneficial.
How did this happen? I forget.
I think. Oh yeah. So Reed told me, like, he introduced me to your book.
Get a little weird shot at Reed in this, dude. No, make him look like kind of. No, can't shoot him. It's got to be a weird kind of thing, like on the side street, or something,
So Reed pushed me onto your book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, and I think even
2 years ago today.
Oh wow!
2 years
Wow!
ago today.
Happy
I was
anniversary.
looking at
which
my
is
notes
crazy.
From the book. It was
he
2
put
years ago.
notes on
Wow.
his
Wow.
2 years ago today, notes on his phone of your book, and then he was telling me about you, and then I saw you in Turks and Caicos, and I was like, dude, I need to hit him up with my guys out there who we just did an
right.
insane video.
That was the first.
I messaged you on Instagram. I'm
That's
like,
right.
hey, well, I'm gonna just message him and see if he responds. And
Yeah, the check mark helps, man.
yeah. That's been a huge thing for me, and I've been wanting to like get that check mark for a long time because I knew it would take the program up. Just get in touch with people like you, and just kind of like just let them see it. Like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, he's legit.
It's almost like a persistent mark, right?
Right,
It's like,
right. Yeah,
this
totally.
guy's been persistent in what he does, and
Yeah.
now he has a check mark for it. It's like boom, and like that's kind of like nothing
did
in
you
my
have to
life.
ask for that?
We had an agency that I was working with that helped basically put that together for me.
Verify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing in my life has, and I don't know if this is like a paradigm that I need to get out of, but nothing in my life has like come easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing.
Me
Like
either.
everything has been just
I have
pure.
the same paradigm issue. I said maybe I'm creating this.
Yeah, that's and then
Am I
my
creating
girlfriend even
this?
said you need to change your paradigm. Like
Who said
I'm
this?
not. I was like, I don't know if it's a paradigm or if I'm just going by past results. These are just results. Like
Yeah.
nothing in my life has like happened easy. Like this is always.
This is what
been
my
a-
wife says all the time. She's like, it doesn't have to be that hard. I said, yeah, but you're not the one doing the work. You believe in magic, but I'm the one freaking opening the doors.
Yeah.
I'm the one crashing through the doors.
I'm a huge believer in
Don't give up on the world, dude.
manifestation.
Yeah, yeah.
But that shit ain't real unless you're putting out the effort.
Totally.
Unless you act on it, it is not real.
Yeah.
So like you got to manifest what you want,
Yeah,
and I believe in writing down your goals and like putting out the positive energy.
Law of attraction or the law of action?
I think
If you can
Both.
only choose two, well, you can only choose one.
if I had to choose one,
Yeah, which one?
that's a hard one because I'm like that's
Law of
the Gemini
attraction?
in me. See, I'm like
Oh man, don't Gemini me, man. Please don't go Zodiac on me, dog. Everything was good
Yeah.
until you went Zodiac.
I'm not a
on me.
Zodiac guy. Don't worry.
Oh my
Don't
God,
get
but
scared.
you just went there. You
I
just
know,
went
but
Scorpio.
I almost believe that, but then I
Bro,
don't believe that.
how can you believe the 9 month? Your birth date was not when you
don't-
came out.
I don't even know. I don't even get into
The
the sci-
conception. What's more important?
You know more about it
Conception?
than me.
Conception or birth?
What's more important, conception or birth? Probably birth, right?
Why, dude? You wouldn't have birth if you didn't have conception.
Well, yeah, but if you're not born,
So you're
then
9 months off
you can
your
be
zodiac
conceived.
sign.
You can be conceived and not born. You could.
Well,
Just saying. I don't know. I don't even know. Like,
okay, back to this.
Yeah.
Law of action or the law of attraction?
I would have to say the law of action.
Totally. If you only had to do one, dude.
But I do believe like you're not gonna like act on anything if you don't like believe in it. You know, like so you got to believe in what you're doing.
I'll just tell you personally, like here I am, 60 years old now. Right?
But 100%, like I mean, with you're a perfect example of law of action. I mean, you just
dude, I got stuff happen to me I never ever thought about. Okay, the jet, never.
Dude, that was amazing.
Never in my lifetime. Okay, did I think, oh, I'm going to own a jet? I never wrote about it. Never said I'm a fly private. None of that was an idea that I had.
That's perfect example of what you're talking about.
So, but enough action will get you a jet.
Definitely.
So I don't know.
You can sit there. You can sit there all day and think about it.
I know a lot of people probably have that on their list. Actually,
I think you make a. I would like. I don't think anybody could possibly argue that point either.
Oh yeah,
because you could sit there and there's nothing.
Somebody would call me over it.
Of course.
You know.
Everybody's probably calling us.
But I guarantee you, they're eating peanuts on Southwest too.
Exactly.
So, okay, let me ask you this. Okay. Fortune or fame? Can only have one of them.
Probably fortune.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I don't need fame. Like, if I had only one of them, I would just go with fortune because I can help a lot of people out. Yeah. I could help my family out. I can invest in other people's projects. Without a doubt, fortune. Yeah. 100%. Fame doesn't do anything except like blow your ego up, right?
Okay.
So, I don't want fame. The only reason I want fame is to create a fortune.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I love that, man.
So,
what advice would you give somebody out there as we close this out? What advice would you give somebody out there that's everyday guy, dude? Let's say he's that guy that was 16 years old working on the docks. He's working the docks. He's not a wakeboarder.
Is he passionate
He's not
about
Jungle
anything?
Boy. He's not Jungle Boy on the ocean. He doesn't have the dreads.
Is he passionate about anything?
He doesn't know what he's doing, dude.
Like
he's you when you were 16.
Yeah. But
he just knew, God damn, there's got to be more than this dock job, or this plumber's job, or this car salesman job, or the masseuse job, or what would you tell them, man?
I would say if there's a hobby or something you're passionate, focus on that. And sometimes you got to work those shitty jobs to basically make it to where you can make a business out of what you do. But that's just a stepping stone, you know? Yeah. And I would say persistence. Focus on what you love to do. Like everybody loves something. It might be plumbing. You know, some guys are passionate. I know some guys who are like, I was an assistant for a plumber in Laguna Beach for about 1.5 years, and like that guy just was so good at what he did. But I almost think he could have been a TV show host, you know? But nobody thinks, they think like I grew up in a mentality of people think following your aspirations was like silly. It was childish. It's like, come on, you got to get a big boy job, or you know.
Dude, some people's aspirations is just smoking weed all weekend. I mean, is that?
I mean, that's it.
What do people give up on though? I mean, what advice would you give a guy 28 and say, hey, dude, some things you're gonna have to give up on?
If you're passionate about weed, I'd say get in the cannabis industry because that's blowing up now. Or get into CBD or whatever. Like do something with it. You know, but like I think sitting around. If you're in denial that you're not going to make something out of what you love, then you're just going to keep doing the same shit. But like being persistent, following, what you love to do and what you're passionate about, those are would be my, in a nutshell, my two things is persistence and following what you're passionate about.
Now I'm going to bring you down to the last question, okay?
Okay.
You can only have one of those. Which one do you want? Persistence or passion?
I would probably say, that's a hard one, man.
Totally, dude. You guys should be asking yourself these questions.
You're asking me some good questions because this is basically you're blown. I'm so indecisive. I'm like a really indecisive person sometimes. But asking those questions that you're asking me is it puts you in. It's it gets you to on the right track rather than being splitting yourself up. I think persistence would be the law of action, right?
Totally, dude.
Passion would be the law of attraction. So I'd
have to
go.
I'll throw away love. I'll be like, hey, throw it away, dog. Okay, because it'll come later.
Yeah, persistence. You can't be that because I know guys who I think Mikey Taylor. I was listening to Mikey Taylor podcast. Yeah.
Good dude, man.
Seems like a cool dude, man. And I was kind of hoping
he's a guy that'd be easy for you to hook up with, right?
Dude, I would love to, man. And I'd like to learn more about his story and if social media was a big tool for him because he's talking about how he wasn't the contest guy or, but he was able to make a living out of what he did as an athlete, which isn't easy, And I'm sure there's a lot of guys in his community that hated on him for it, Cause
he said that,
Yeah. But, that guy was persistent,
Follow this dude, okay? Austin Keene. On Instagram, it's Austin Keene, KK.
Oh, so it's Austin Keene 47.
Oh, yeah. Why 47? What's 47?
I had to get those numbers, man. Someone took Austin Keene. And But so when I was a kid, AK-47.
Oh,
Right.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so-
Which you know,
But
there's a lot
Austin
of gun
Key 40.
haters out there too. So.
You know what? I'm not here for the hate. I'm all love. Just
He's
follow
all love.
Austin
He's
Key
all- that's
47.
bullshit. You know that's love. He's got.
I'm here to make some action.
Yeah,
Time to
yeah.
10x
He wants
my
to help
business.
you guys. So I guarantee he'll respond to you, even if you don't have a verification check by your name.
Yeah.
Check out his YouTube program. He's got a lot of great stuff on YouTube. All you guys that are influencers out there, okay? If you want him to come see you and do with you what he's going to do with me this afternoon. By the way, there's no way you can do better than I will do on that wakeboard today, because I'm going to kill it. I'm going out there with confidence. How important is confidence, man? Just going into something saying, I'm going to be good at this.
It's made or, I mean, you talk about looking back in your life and the mistakes. It's like there's so many times I wish I would. That's one of the things that only regrets I have is sometimes not being more confident in a situation. Like there's so many times I could have just stepped up and did the unorthodox thing at that moment, and I was a little too afraid to do it. You know.
Awesome. Great to have you here, man. Okay.
Thank you,
Hope
Grant.
you guys find this useful. Hey, get yourself in a situation, commit to something with so much frequency. Commit to something that you get to sit in that chair where Austin sat today. Thanks for watching Power Players.
And then once you get up and riding, you can kind of worm your feet over to this side. Okay, kind of just like get them like set. But for now, heels start here, knees to your chest, arms out. That's the thanks I get. You got this, man. Can't believe we're doing this,
Appreciate
man.
you doing this with
Can't
me,
believe
man.
we got you on the boat.
Come on, man. I'm in between real estate deals right now.
I know. This is what.
Okay, what do I do?
That's what happens when you got people working for you, baby.
Yeah, I know, but some parts of those deals nobody can do with me. Something that other people don't like to do, I know how to do. It's my hobby. It's my fun. You know, it's my adventure.
Before we had that live chat, you were
Yeah.
having second thoughts about the wake surfing. What changed your mind?
It's really just about timing, you know.
I caught you in a motivated state.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm always up for an adventure, you know. It's just people get grooved into their comfort zones.
Yeah.
You know, you can make them, oh, I'm busy, I'm this, I'm that, but the reality is, you know, people just get.
So would you say this is out of your comfort zone?
If I'm not working a deal, I'm out of my comfort zone. So
Okay.
like
We might be working a deal right now. You don't even know.
could be. Look at this shot, Johnny, huh? Beautiful. God damn.
All right, I'm gonna hop in.
Okay. You know how to swim?
Still getting there, but
You know, dog paddle when you have to.
yeah. Where's that rope at?
It's right on you, yeah.
Okay.
We got a vest for Mr. Cardone too.
Yeah.
You're surfing this side, right?
I'm gonna surf the left side actually.
Left side, right?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Check in.
Yeah,
All right, so we're
it's
gonna
under here. Let me grab you a vest.
let's get you on this board.
Lift your feet.
Dude, you got an octopus injury right there.
Oh yeah, no cups.
How
How do you like that? Do you feel like a difference from?
Just brings blood to the spot, you know.
All right, so I'm gonna walk you through the how-to here.
Okay.
You know if you ride a board goofy or regular?
Left, regular.
Regular.
Yeah, left.
All right, so the board's gonna be like this.
Okay.
You're gonna start just floating on your back, rope between your legs.
Of course I am.
You're gonna start with your heels close to the heel side edge. This is gonna be the toe side edge,
Okay.
heel side edge.
Yeah.
You're gonna put one foot about on the back, right about here on the heel side.
Okay.
And then you're gonna bend your knees up to your chest before you start. And the idea is to push that rail down so that right when we pull you, board flips up, you squat up, and the board's gonna rotate because you got the fins there.
Okay.
So you're gonna,
So I'm like snowboarding to start with.
yeah.
A little bit. Okay.
But you're gonna dig that heel side rail in so the board flips up on you.
Right. Okay.
Then,
Because
just like someone,
you made it look really easy when
you know when
got
you
up.
like someone helps you off the ground, you're just keeping your arms extended, you're not pulling yourself.
Yeah.
Don't pull yourself, keep your arms out. And then once you get up and riding,
Yeah.
you can kind of worm your feet over to this side. Okay, kind of just like that. Get them like set. But for now, heels start here, knees to your chest, arms out. That's the thanks I get. You got this, man. Woo! Next, so arms out, knees just like that. That's beautiful.
Okay.
We're gonna give you a nice slow pull up, just like I'm helping you up. Arms, chest up, arms
And
out.
don't pull myself up.
Boat's doing the work right here.
Man, he's up.
No
bringing
problem.
me out here, man, putting me in the water.
Let's take your next guest out here.
Yeah,
Get him
so
on the boat.
I got 35,000 people coming down here. Maybe what we ought to do is give a couple of those away, get you back here in February.
Let's do it. Take some of your,
Take some of the diamond guys.
Let's do it. That
you
sounds
know,
great. Yeah.
Say, hey, maybe what they'll do is they'll pay to come out, rent a boat one day.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely. Like I said, you know, now I got you out.
February.
People, all kinds of people are gonna be hitting us up
Yeah,
to come
so-
out now.
So Power Player Austin Keene, 47 on Instagram. Guys, follow him. He's got 600,000 people follow him. So just load him up with another.
Appreciate
point.
that, Grant. Thanks for
Get him
for
to a
coming.
million, man. Everybody needs to be a millionaire.
That's where we're going. That's what we're going for. $1 million on
I want to
Austin
throw you
Keene
back
47.
in so bad. Dude.
Let's
I
do
just
it.
want to kick your ass in so bad.
Coming in
This
with
guy's
me.
like a fish, man. I love. Like I always wanted to be Aquaman.
Yeah.
If I was a superhero,
That would be a pretty cool super.
because I love the ocean, man. I
Yeah.
just love being. So I really, really appreciate you getting me back out here,
Dude, thank you for having me on the podcast. Thanks
Awesome.
for showing me around the HQ.
Yeah.
Congratulations on all the new deals. And
Yeah.
can't wait to come back out with you.
Anything I can ever do for you, man.
Next time you're in Southern California, get you out down
Good,
south to
good,
wake surfing.
good. I love it. I got a bunch of my buddies that'll want to get behind the boat. Hey, dare you to get behind the boat with Austin Keene, 47.
Yeah, hit me
Dare
up,
you.
Austin Keene 47.
Tell him Cardone sent you.